Thank you for being here again. Sorry, thanks for being here. In the video of today, now we are going to talk about ourselves, what we can do from ourselves, from our own person as a system, as an entity to be better, to grow, for our expansion, for our development. So what we can do from ourselves. So today, in this video, I'm going to talk about the meta skills. So I'm going to mention 12 basic 12 elementary or basic meta skills for you to achieve success, for you to be able to reach your goals, to achieve your aims, to go where you want to go, no? So these 12 meta skills can be grouped in 3 categories that I put here. Innovation, as you can see here, is innovation, social intelligence, and self-management. Innovation, social intelligence, and self-management, no? They are the 3 categories of meta skills that I'm going to mention today. So in relation with innovation, we can mention 4 meta skills. The first meta skill I'm going to mention is curiosity. You always have to be curious. You always want to know more. You always want to go to the deep of the issues, why this is happening. Don't try just to get into the surface of things. Try to go deeper and see how things work, why, how can be improved, how we can reach more people, why it's not like that. So I always try to learn more, to know more, because that will make you better in your field of work, in your topic of research, in the way you live. If you know more about the way you live, you will improve. Okay. So the second meta skill I'm going to mention in relation with innovation is creativity. Always try to see how things can be done in a different way. Try to see things always in a different perspective. What about if I do the things in this way? Why is not done like that? Why I have to wait until this time of the day to do it? Why I cannot do it before? What about if the person doesn't receive the information this way? Try to find solutions in a different way too. Perhaps we might find something more productive, more efficient. The third meta skill in relation with innovation is sense making. Always try to do the things in relation with the goals you want to achieve. I mean, you can waste your time if you like. If you want just to learn things for learn things, or do things just because doing things. I remember to be like that in my teenager years, just to do things. Why are you doing that? No, yes, I want to do it. Doesn't matter if I don't know it. Yes, I want to do it. Just play piano. Okay, I play. Doesn't matter if I know or no. Just okay, I play the piano. No, no, no. I mean, time is a very valuable resource and is limited. Even if we think that it's no limit, it's limited. So try to do the things that make sense for you. To use your energy, your time, your attention, your intention, your resources for that. So it will be quicker, your results. And the fourth meta skill I'm going to mention in relation with innovation is critical thinking. Always criticize what you see, what are you doing, why are you doing it, why the environment around you is like that. Yes, because if not, we just go like in the automatic pilot, and we are not be able to see how we can change reality around us, or how we can change ourselves to impact on our reality. So critical thinking is also very important. So now let's go with the next group of of meta skills related with social intelligence. If I have here, yes, with social intelligence. So in relation with social intelligence, I'm going to mention the following meta skills. The first one is communication. We have to be able to be a good listeners, to be able to listen what people is telling us. Not only because people, also because us, no? Because we can learn a lot just listening others. And also how we talk to others, no? How we write an email, how we send a voice message, how we answer the phone, how we make a phone call, how we write a letter. I mean, we have to have the good literature skills. We also have to have good manners, good presentation skills, and also be able to elaborate the message in a clear and understandable way so the people is able to receive what we are trying to say. So yes, be good communicators. In this time we are living, so it's important to know different languages. People talk about 5 languages. I mean, it takes time to learn a language. So, but at least the basic knowledge to be able to keep a conversation. At least the basic conversations. The second meta skill that I'm going to mention in relation with social intelligence is the feeling, how we feel, how we make other feelings, why we feel like that, how we can react about it. We just can make a bad feeling to destroy our day, or we just can put it behind us and keep forward. No, how we are feeling, why we are feeling like this, why we started to feel like this, why we never feel like that before. Or also trying to understand the things around us, how they can make us feel. If I see a particular news, if I see a particular movie, if I see a particular content, if I interact with that particular person. Okay. The next meta skill I'm going to mention in relation with social intelligence is collaborating. We also have to work with others because we cannot be good at everything. We will always have to work with others or interact with others for different issues along the day, along the time. I mean, because as I said before, we cannot be skillful in everything. So that is very important, know how to work with others, how to work in teams, how to understand different personalities, different characters, different ways of living. And the next meta skill I'm going to mention in relation with social intelligence is leading. Leading with our example, with being a model to others, because people can learn how we behave, how we do things. People can learn from that. So that is very important too. Being able to be a model for others, not to do things that people can see and say, look, I like that way, I'm going to do it. Be respectful, be responsible, be committed with what we say, we are going to do. Be honest, trustful. Okay, thank you. So now let's go to the meta skill related with self-management. In relation with self-management skills, I'm going to mention 4 of them too. The first one is focusing. Yes, you have to be focused. You have to put your intention and your attention in what you want to do. Don't let anything to distract you. Don't let anything to take you away from your vision, from what you want to achieve. You have to be really focused and be really sure about what you want. So nobody can take you away from that. So that's very important for achieving your goals. Yeah. The next meta skill I'm going to relation with self-management is integrity. You have to be a person with an integrity, because you cannot say I'm going to do this and after say I don't do it. You are not going to say I have a meeting and after don't attend the meeting. Or you are going to meet with somebody and after you are late and that person is waiting for you. You have to be aware of other people's feelings and emotions, and also you have to be responsible, trustful, honest, transparent. You have to have integrity. People have to rely on you for you to be able to achieve your goals. You cannot say lies. You cannot behave as you like. Some people say, no, I can't say what I like to say. I can say what I want. No, that's no integrity. Okay, you have to be really. It's like being all the time in alert state. Being all the time like aware when you're working with others. When you want to achieve your goals, you cannot relax properly. You can relax, but you are always with that in your mind, And in relation with that, you have to have integrity, because if not, maybe somebody can tell you, look, I'm not going to work with you anymore. So If that person is not with you, you maybe not, you cannot achieve your goal. So you have to be careful with that. Okay, the other meta skill I would like to mention in relation with self-management is adapting. You have to adapt to the time you are living. You have to adapt to the people who work with you. You have to adapt how the things are done. It cannot be just me, and all about me. No, no, no. Now, for example, in the times we are living, you have to adapt. You have to be computer literate. You have to know how to use a website. You have to know how to use a smartphone. You have to know how to use a computer. You need to know how to send an email, how to print a document, how to. If you have a business, you have to have a website these days. You cannot have a business without a website. No, no chance. So they are the things, no? Not only adapting to the circumstances externals to us, but also to the people who is around us. Okay, we are in a primitive society doing a anthropological study. So of course we might have a website or a way to contact with the university or the institution that is supporting us to do that research, but if we are in the primitive society, we have to adapt what is happening there and what we are going to do there. But I'm talking in general, no? We have to be able to adapt to be able to achieve our goals. We cannot be narrow. No, because me, I'm doing the things like this. You have to adapt all to me. No, I don't think so. 10 people cannot adapt to your point of view. But it's easier if everybody is able to adapt to everybody. Okay. And the last, and the 12th, and the last metal skill I'm going to mention in relation with self-management is initiative. You have to have initiative. You cannot wait for anybody to give you the opportunity. I'm an actor, I'm waiting for somebody to give me the role of my life, the contract of my life. That might never happen. You have to have initiative. Initiative are being humble, being able to look stupid sometimes. And maybe people laughing about you. And people ignoring you, and people thinking that you are crazy, and people thinking that you are stupid for being reaching some goals. You have to be able to have initiative and look ridiculous if you need to look ridiculous, but you are going after your goal. You are not going after people's opinion. If you are an actor, well, you can start to do monologues yourself, or you can ask somebody to record you doing things. I don't know, you have to find a way. Even if you feel you are alone, doesn't matter. You cannot wait for the opportunity to come. You have to have the initiative and do the things. You cannot wait for anybody to do it. Okay. So thanks very much again. I wish this video helps you. Please subscribe to the channel. It's free. If you think this video can help somebody, please share it. I'm going to leave in the comments the links to my books, and also in the channel you can see the links to my websites. And thanks very much again, and see you in the next video, and I wish you all the best. Thanks so much. Bye. 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 Bye.